are the top 10 ways to speak English like a native. Speaking English like a native speaker involves not only mastering grammar and vocabulary, but also adopting natural intonation, pronunciation, and idiomatic expressions. Here are 10 essential tips to help you achieve this goal. 1. Immerse yourself in English. Surround yourself with English media, including movies, TV shows, podcasts, and books. Listening to native speakers regularly will help you become familiar with natural speech patterns and expressions. I do recommend, if you're watching something in English, you're listening to the audio in English, make sure your subtitles are in English as well. Don't put them in your native language, because then you're reading in your native language and you're confusing your mind. You can only do one or the other. So always put the audio in English and the subtitles in English as well. Number 2, practice speaking with native speakers. Engage in conversations with native English speakers, either in person or through language exchange platforms. This will give you valuable exposure to real-life communication and help you adapt to natural flow and intonation. Sure, it's a little embarrassing coming up to someone and speaking to them, but you can chat with people. You can see people. If you see somebody in the coffee shop, "Hi, how are you?" Like that. Be nice. Be natural. Number 3, mimic pronunciation and intonation. Pay close attention to how native speakers pronounce words and phrases and try to mimic. Mimic means to copy their intonation. Record yourself speaking and compare it to native speakers to identify areas for improvement. Listen to yourself speak English. Learn colloquial expressions and slang. Native speakers often use colloquial expressions and slang in their daily conversations. Study these informal phrases and incorporate them into your speech to sound more natural. Idioms. "Oh, it's raining cats and dogs today." It's okay to use one or two in your conversation. Try not to use them all the time. It sounds fake when you do that. It sounds like you're trying too hard. 5, focus on phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are common in spoken English and can be tricky for non-native speakers. Practice using them in context to enhance your fluency. Translating them word for word does not have the same meaning. You have to understand what that phrasal verb means. Eating out, like that. "Oh, we're eating out this evening." Oh, what does that mean? It means we're going to go out to eat someplace outside the home. Number 6, think in English. Avoid mentally translating from your native language to English. Instead, immerse yourself in the language and try to think in English to improve your fluency and reduce hesitation. Many people, they listen to what I say in English, then they translate it in their head to their native language, think about what they want to say, and then translate that into English. You can see that happening when someone's having a conversation with you. Try not to do it. Understand what I'm saying in English. Think about what you want to say in English. Don't think about it in your native language. Number 7, use contractions. Remember, English is a lazy language. So in informal speech, native speakers frequently use contractions, contracts things, make it smaller, to speed up their conversation. For example, use "I'll" instead of "I will," or "can't" instead of "cannot." Number 8, pay attention to word stress. English is a stress-timed language, meaning certain syllables within words are stressed more than others. Practice stressing the correct syllables to make your speech sound more natural. Like a difference between words, the way you say them can make a difference between what they mean. Like produce. I'm going to the produce section to get some vegetables. But my company produces, we produce cars, means to make. So there are different words that sound the same, but stressed a little bit differently, spelled the same, to have different meanings. Number 9, engage in role play and conversations. Role play different scenarios, such as ordering food at a restaurant or making small talk with a stranger. Practicing real-life conversations will help you build confidence in using English naturally. And number 10, learn from real-life interactions. Observe how native speakers interact in various situations. Take note of their body language, their tone, and conversational strategies to incorporate them into your own communication style. Remember that becoming fluent like a native speaker takes time and consistent effort. Be patient with yourself and embrace every opportunity to practice and improve your language skills. Going from a 5 on your IELTS exam to a 7 or 8 or 9 in 2 weeks is not realistic. Be realistic. Know that it takes time to learn how to do something. It took you time to learn how to do your job. It took you time to learn coding. It takes time to do things. So be patient with yourself and keep practicing. Don't stop practicing. Be consistent. Practice enough every week. Don't go, I'm going to do 1 hour this week and then I'm going to wait 2 weeks and do 15 minutes. Be consistent and keep practicing over time, and you will succeed. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you like, subscribe, and comment on and share with your friends. If you have friends that are learning English as well, share our channel with them. I look forward to seeing you guys again. Keep it up, keep practicing. See you next time.